Good morning. This is Evelyn Churan of Churan's Tiny Homestead. Well, as you know, I'm getting over pneumonia. It's actually from silica dust. I was sick for 2.5 months. However, we got 50 centimeters of snow, not snow, sorry, 50 centimeters of rain and then snow. It was freezing rain last month. My hothouses lasted me until that storm. I tried to remove the ice, everything. I couldn't do it. It was just too heavy and probably a foot and a half to 2 feet deep. The ice was so bad that I couldn't even walk across the property to go and clean it. Anyways, I cleaned as much as I could, but it was so heavy on the hothouses that I thought it would collapse on top of me, and it was dangerous, which is a lesson learned. They lasted me for 4 years. Now the ice is starting to melt, and I have to cut back all the plastic, and I had to order a jigsaw so that I can cut all the because it buckled like this. The aluminum poles buckled from the weight. It just buckled. They lasted for 4 years, but this year we had a really bad, bad winter. Sudbury is flooded all over the place. I got damages in one of my sheds, which flooded about a foot inside. I got damages in another shed from rodents hiding in there. I got a feeling because of all the water, it got everything out of the dens and they've been camping out inside of one of my sheds. So I have to clean up all of that, and I'm going to have to put steel wool and wiring and everything. Plus, the door broke from all the ice, and I can't even open it, fully open it to clean it out and to fix it. And we have to put new doors on it because in the winter the ice is collapsing the door in that particular area. So I got to put a door on the opposite side of that shed. So that's more construction. Then my front entrance fell by a foot and a half, gave way. These are things that I did not notice when I bought the property, so I'm still fixing the last owner's mistakes. I also have to put on a new roof because when the snow melts, the roof is flat. So what it is this is a 14 by 40 shed, and then it's got three more sheds attached. There's one in the front for the entranceway, two in the back. One is my water shed. I've already insulated all of that, cleaned up everything. I get no rodents, no problems. My water froze in December, January, so I had to put heat on. But I bought a horse pump and that kept my water thawed, but it didn't keep the hoses thawed. So I still had to add some heat. I had to do heat tracers on the roof because the ice is building up 2 to 3 feet and I can't get up there to clean it. I'm too old for that. Plus, when it falls down in front of the camp, it builds up a hill as high as my windows. So that's all got to be fixed and changed. So I've invested an awful lot of money to still not have a well. Next year, I plan to put, how do you call it now? It goes underground, a cistern for water, because a cistern build with digging it into the ground, leveling and running plumbing is going to cost me under $10,000, where a well with the plumbing and the electrical and everything that goes with it is going to cost me $50,000. So I only have so much of a budget and the banks will not help. I have to pay the place off by this year, and I'm completely tapped out and broke from fixing stuff. Lately, it's been a money pit and I'm not even breaking even. But for produce wise, I managed to put 20 raised gardens last year just before the snow hit and fill it with hay and soil and cardboard and stuff like that so that I can garden outside because I didn't think these hothouses would last forever. And this year's storm just killed it. So now I have to cut up all the plastic. The plastic is really good. It's the poles that snapped. So I'm waiting for a little handsaw. I got to start cutting all the aluminum because of the way it snapped. And I'm starting to make piles, but I can't cut till I get a jigsaw. So I've got a hand jigsaw 60 feet of hothouses that collapsed. So they're advertising that it's good for Canadian winters is an outright lie. It did last me 3 years, but every time it snows, you have to go out there and scrape off the snow, and it's a lot of extra work for nothing. I would rather build a wallopini in the ground and have produce growing year round, and it's virtually maintenance free. Uh, oh dear, the dog is just took up off the road. My neighbor, I'm just texting the neighbor. Anyways, my neighbor's dog keeps coming into my property. He doesn't tie up his animals, and then it causes havoc with my dog. I don't know. He wants to have dogs, but he doesn't want to take care of them. Anyways, yeah. So I've got lots and lots of damages. I probably have $10,000 in damages with this storm. And unfortunately, the insurance company doesn't cover stuff like that. The deductible is too big, so I just got to cut it back and just forget it's a loss. It's costing me a lot of money to try and get this place to become a homestead that is functional. I still have no plumbing. I still don't have the water, but I do have extra totes coming that I paid for already that'll arrive at the end of the month. And I'm going to get the water hauler to come in and fill up the totes, and then I'll have water for the gardens. And I think my biggest challenge with gardening is the fact that I didn't have proper water set up. So it was cheaper for me to buy totes than put a well in. But the water hauler went from $175 a delivery to $200 a delivery because of the cost of diesel going up. So rather than saving money, right now I'm losing money. So that's not too much fun. I'm going to go do a big grocery trip there at the end of the month, which I hire a second driver now because I'm just terrified of driving now. And I damaged my truck. I have to fix my truck. I accidentally backed into one of my trees when I was going to unload a bunch of soil, and I just took my eye off the camera, and I should have paid attention to my mirrors, but I've got blind spots, and then I can't see with the distance of the truck. So I ended up hitting a tree, and I got to put a new bumper on my truck, which I did 3 years ago and still haven't fixed because I keep getting all these other emergencies with this place and can't fix my truck. So that's what my situation is. It's been quite the challenge. I'm meeting a lot of challenges, and I'm very sore and very tired. Lately, I've been taking afternoon naps because my back is killing me. What I did was able to do, I had bought a new shed. I needed the extra space. So I bought a shed from the Amish, which is really solid and well built. And it's got skis on the bottom, so you can move it wherever you want on the property. But I ran hydro to it this week, just with an outdoor extension for now. And I put an extra plug-in thing that plugs in like 8. But anyways, I did all of that, and I moved all of my freezers outside. And I'm going to put a big padlock, a bolt lock on it today. And all my food storage is in black buckets now, my dry storage, anything that can freeze. This guy's dog is in my yard, and I don't know what the heck. So anyways, this dog keeps hanging around my yard. Sorry. I'm getting over being really, really sick for 2.5 months. And with these storms, I still had to do my chores. And I have to burn less wood for heat because the dust from the wood is making me extremely sick, like pneumonia sick. And because you're breathing in the silica dust from it, it's just horrific. So anyways, yeah, that's where I'm at. And right now I'm trying to clean up damages. But from what I see on YouTube, anybody from Ontario that has off-grid living, it seems like quite a few people have a lot of damages and a lot of flooding. It's not just me. All of Sudbury is half the roads are washed out on top of all their potholes. Lots of roads are falling apart. Muskokas have pile of damage. Toronto's getting tornadoes. And it's just been a wicked, wicked winter for everybody. And it's been nonstop with snowfalls and freezing rain. And that's what's damaging a lot of our outbuildings or whatever. It's hard to keep it up when you're alone. As I'd love to have a smooth day. You have your chores that you have to do every day no matter what, but on top of it, you have to be prepared for damages from storms, and that's just the way Ontario is. That's something I've lived with my whole life. When I was out west, I didn't worry about it. Well, out west, it was more worrying about wildfires and flooding, where here in Ontario, it's roofs caving in and structures caving in. But anyways, yeah, so but that's where I'm at. Oh, I don't know. This guy is not too swift. Anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to tear down structural damage that is not fixable, not replaceable. I mean, I could put another hothouse up, but with the way that I had to take care of it all the time and how much extra work it took to take care of them, it just wasn't worth it. It lasted 4 years. I now have the raised gardens. Next year, I want to dig a wallopini, and it's got windows that are like 80 degrees and the snow slides off on its own. I kind of want something that's virtually maintenance free, where I just do my gardening and don't have to worry about the structure. And that choice was not a good choice for me. Too much work to babysit it, and it's hard work. It's very hard on the back, the arms, the legs, everything. But they lasted me for 4 years, and that's about with cleaning it all the time with snow. It just happened that we got 50 centimeters of ice, and that's why they collapsed. But it was very, very heavy. As a matter of fact, I had to hire a backhoe to come and clean my driveway. There was that much ice. My whole driveway was flooded. I've got lots of damage. Anyways, have a nice day. Evelyn Churan, Churan's Tiny Homestead. Bye. Here's my damages for this year. Damages incurred. Damages incurred. Mm-hmm. Damages incurred. Mm-hmm. I don't care who you are. Why? Why would I care? Nice. Ice fall. Damages. In damages. Moose. I don't give a shit. I don't want nothing to do with you. No. No. No, I haven't. Kaiser, stop! Cut it out! Seriously! Fuck! Look, I don't have to think this all my day. Your fucking dogs keep coming over. Your dog. Your fucking dog. Your dog is here again. He just shit in my driveway. Oh my God, really? Are you for real, dude? Are you? I leave my dogs tied up. You gotta tie your dogs up, eh? Because they keep coming over here. No, it's secluding my dog. No. No. Hey. Post. What?